Yeah. I thought that guy was you before. It looks like your stunt double.
Yeah,
you guys are dressed the same way today.
Yeah, he dresses just like me.
Is that like if someone tries to assassinate you, it's like maybe they get him first?
Right. That's exactly right. So I buy 2 of every shirt and every jean, give him 1.
It looks like it, yeah.
It looks like it.
Last time we did a tour, we were just across the way over at UFC headquarters, and now we are at the UFC Apex, where you guys have been housing these fights in the pandemic. You're going to show me around, show me what it's like. Let's take a look.
Yep, let's do it, brother. You got to get out of your mom's basement and work on your tan.
Dude, I do. Everyone was tweeting me.
I told him he's got to get out of his mom's basement and get a tan.
I don't think I've ever had a tan in my life, Dana.
So you come in the front doors here at the Apex, and media, guests, sponsors, whoever we bring in. This here is like a reception area, bartender. We do catering in here and things like that. Usually this is a holding place for the media.
Yeah, this is the place that I'm used to. This is the one place in the Apex where I feel at home.
If you look to the left here, these are all the different World Championship belts. We got Strikeforce belts down here, the Strikeforce women's belt, WEC, all the different types of UFC belts, and then the one in the middle up there, that's actually Jens Pulver's belt.
Awesome.
And I have Pat Miletich's too. It's over at my office.
That office, not this
no,
office.
it's a
You got
office,
offices all over the place. I can't even keep track.
Yeah, I got offices. This is the history of the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
From season 1 all the way to heavy hitters. And then as you go down the hallway here, from season 1 all the way to the last season, every jersey is here from every season, signed by everybody who was on.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. We got.
This is my all-time favorite season right here. Joe Lozon came from there.
Yeah, that was a fun season.
Yeah.
The coaches were fun too.
Yeah.
Pulver and Penn. And that was the year the coach's challenge was ping pong.
Yeah.
And of all the fucking things, it was so goddamn fun. It was insane.
And that was such a crazy season too, right? Because Joe Lozon came into the UFC, beats Jens Pulver, and then wound up on his team.
Exactly
and that was
right.
that was crazy, the whole thing.
It is crazy.
You guys have been talking about bringing the Ultimate Fighter back. Is that soon?
Yeah. No, we're doing it. Yeah,
Cool.
we're doing it. All right, let's go over to my office.
Cool, let's do it. I know it. That's what it is. I tried to get it before for the first one, and then it was.
Yeah. All right, come on. We'll start out here.
Oh, is this your personal garage?
Yeah. So what's perfect about here, this is my office here. You can see right over there, that's the office.
Yep.
There's actually a back road where we come right in here. So the fights can start in 2 minutes, and I can drive right over here, pull right into my office.
Oh, what a closet. I mean, this is bigger than my New York City apartment thing. This is crazy. Some artwork on the walls. It's pretty fire. Do you pick that stuff, or you just show up to the office and you're like, oh, cool?
So Elliot, my guy, Elliot does that stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
I figured. You weren't looking through scrapbooks.
My closet.
These are just suits?
Yeah, those are my suits.
Jesus, Dana. It's a lot of suits.
Those are the suits for here.
And you never wear a tie. Is that the Joe Rogan thing? Is it like you're afraid someone's going to choke you out with it?
No.
That's what Joe Rogan says.
I'm not a tie guy. I think that a whole generation that grew up, when we did, just aren't tie guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Too cool for it. Your parents were tie guys.
I just don't think we're suit guys either. I'm not a big suit guy, but you got to wear them at the fights, so.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you don't though. You're the boss. You could show up like that if you want to.
Listen, I can't go in and put the belt on.
That's
two
true.
of the greatest heavyweights in the world, and
like
jeans
that.
and t-shirt. You know what I mean? You just can't do it. You got to show respect, and suit is a respect thing.
Yeah.
I don't love wearing suits, but it's a respect thing.
Fair enough.
Court, weddings, and world championships. You
gotta
wear suits.
Yeah, I've been to court.
And then this here is my office. And basically, when we come over here, whether it's for the Contender Series or whatever we're doing, the fights will be on here.
Yep.
So this TV here is the house feed, and then this TV here is ESPN's feed.
So it'll be a
so
little
we'll
delay.
watch both.
You can
I can see what's going on ESPN, and I can see what's going on here if I'm not out there watching it live.
And when you're watching the fights, are you making calls to production, hey, I didn't like that cut, hey, commentary, I didn't do that? Are you in on that while the fights are going on?
The whole time.
What would you say the main things that you're tweaking are on the reg?
It can be anything from, I'm so involved in the production, I usually know everything that's going, but I'm so comfortable with my guy, Zach, that runs the show. He knows what I want. He knows what I like. He knows what I'll give you an example. The other day, we're sitting there and we're doing the first episode of the Contender Series. We're back for the first episode. And there are like 3 camera mishaps. And I pick up the phone and I said, get your fucking shit together. Come on, guys. We're on fucking ESPN right now. Get your shit together, you know?
Yeah.
And that never happens ever. But stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't like a graphic. I'll be honest with you. The other day, we had something going on, and I did not like the storyline. And I'm like, how the fuck did you think that this storyline was a good storyline?
Yeah.
This is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
So stuff like that.
I think
Then
that's
we
interesting
stopped
though,
talking
because
about it.
that's obviously stuff that fans will never see you do, because that's so behind the scenes.
Well, the other thing, when we first came back, 3 minutes into the first show in Jacksonville, these guys kept talking about COVID-19.
And you're like, shut up about it.
I don't want to hear one fucking word about COVID-19.
Yeah.
When people, all of us now, if we turn on our TV, all we fucking hear about is this stupid fucking COVID-19 nonstop. It's all we hear about.
And you're trying
when
to
you
provide
come to
distraction.
the UFC, you ain't gonna hear about any of that
Exactly,
bullshit.
yeah.
You're gonna watch fucking fights. You're gonna have fun with your family and friends.
Forget
and-
that's going on for a
Exactly.
second. Yeah.
And you're gonna enjoy yourself for a few hours. And you don't have to listen to any of that bullshit while you're watching the UFC.
Yeah, I think people appreciate that. I think people appreciated the entertainment. So what do you got coffee table book-wise? Is this again, like, have you ever opened these books? Never. You got your suites, which you had in the
So the lady
HQ office.
who designs my house, right? We built like 5 or 6 houses together in our relationship.
No biggie.
And she does my office. She knows, like all my other people that have been with me for a long time, there are people here that would be very hard to replace. And if I did replace them, it would take another 15 years to get them to where these guys are today. So
One guy that I think would definitely be almost impossible to replace, the voice of the UFC, Joe Rogan. You said you talked to him for like an hour last night. What's that relationship like between you and Joe? Like, do you guys text? Do you guys talk often?
we talk all the time. Rogan and I, since day one, have an incredible relationship. We care about each other. We respect each other. We both love the sport.
You could tell that, yeah.
And it's one of the things.
Geek out about fights together and stuff?
When I wanted Rogan to come and commentate, reached out to him, whatever. Rogan did like the first 15 for free.
Wow. Yeah.
He didn't want to pay. He said, "Fuck, this is
You
what
just
I
love
love
the
to do."
sport. Yeah, he's a martial artist at heart.
Rogan gets paid now.
I'm sure, yeah.
He gets paid now. He
You
makes
got that
a lot of
UFC
money.
check, that Spotify check. He's getting paid left and right.
But you wouldn't tell the difference from when Rogan was doing it for free to when Rogan's being paid shitloads of money to do it, because Rogan doesn't do it for the money. Rogan does it because it's his passion. It's what he loves to do. And when you watch Rogan on TV, whether he's breaking down a fight or he's commentating, no matter what he's doing, never once do you think this guy's doing this because he's getting paid to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
The passion just rolls right out of through in his voice.
You see it when you cut to the commentary table, right? And him, DC, and Anik are falling over each other, just losing their minds.
So
Like that's
true.
and that's what the fans love too, because that guy is as passionate as we are, and he's screaming over the knockouts just like we are. So like Rogan and the UFC has always been a connection that's been like perfect for me as a fan of both,
Yep.
and I hope that stays forever.
So this is my table here for the fight, right? So you were asking me. So these are headphones, so I can listen to the commentators.
Do you generally watch the fights like that with the headphones on?
I off and on. I'll take them off and on. Something I don't like happens. Craig and Zach, I pick up the phone. It rings right to the truck. They answer. And I didn't like this. I didn't like this. Don't do that. Don't do this.
Amazing. And what's it been like out here? Like, no crowd, obviously. Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series, you don't have commentary for that like you would for a pay-per-view. Do you hear the commentators out here as they're calling fights?
I can hear them. They're sitting right there.
Yeah.
That's the commentators.
So is that like, what's that vibe like?
Yeah, I can hear
Is it
everything
weird
they're
in here?
saying. It's different, but it's cool.
Yeah.
It's different, but it's cool. I mean, you can hear everything in
Kind of a Fight Club type vibe,
yeah,
huh?
you can hear everything. When DC and Stipe fight tomorrow night, holy shit.
I mean, even Rosenstrike and Junior Dos Santos, the octagon's going to be shaking.
Point.
Yeah.
Very good point.
Yeah.
You're going to hear some cracking going on in here. So then the fighters will get out of the octagon. They walk right by me here, and then they come over to...
Usually asking you for bonuses or something.
Yeah. And this is where Laura Sanko is set up. This is like her whole area, and this is where she interviews the fighters.
So this is also where I guess the like post-fight stuff's been going on, where they'll have a camera here and she'll be somewhere else.
That's right.
Cool.
This door here, that goes to my garage too. Okay. So this goes to my garage, so I can come back in and I can come to this side without having to walk through the arena. I can come back to the house. Yeah. I'll let you get some B-roll. That's badass right there, right?
Yeah. When was this place completed, the Apex?
When was it completed?
Yeah.
Just literally finished
like
a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now this entire building was literally designed for fighting.
Yeah.
So the whole place, but we can do concerts here, we can do comedy shows here, we can do lots of things.
Is that in the plans? Are you thinking about doing that one day?
Oh yeah, no, we're definitely doing it.
Cool.
And then you turn my office into a green room. My office becomes the green room.
Yep.
For bands or comedians or whatever it might be.
Once Rage is back, can you call up your boys and be like, come on down to the Apex?
The fighter dressing rooms. They literally have lockers, showers, whatever they need.
Yeah. This is where if I was a UFC fighter, I would be spending all my time pre-fight like on the toilet, just shitting myself. I can't do this. Anxiety going crazy. There's that scene in Creed where he's like, you gotta cut my gloves off, I gotta shit. That's how I would be.
Now normally, the octagon is in here. Okay, so this is another area for the octagon, but on fight week and because of the Contender Series, we took it down for meeting and mat space. And this is where I do the fighter meeting.
And what does that mean when you do a fighter meeting? Like, what does that constitute? You just tell the guys like, hey, clean, fair fight tomorrow.
No, depending on what's going on in the world or in our sport at that time, just always something that I have to tell them and let them know. And I kind of let them know, what's going on with the business and what all this means. What's tomorrow night all about?
You try to hype them up a little bit?
No, it's not about hyping them up. It's kind of like my little state of the,
State of the Union.
Yeah. And I kind of let them know what's going on and what's on the line tomorrow.
Cool.
Other than, money and legacy and all that other shit that goes with it. But what else is on the line? This fight tomorrow is trending higher right now in pay-per-view than Diaz Masvidal at Madison Square Garden.
Holy shit.
So things like that are very important for them.
When you tell a young fighter like that.
A lot of people are going to be watching tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Tomorrow night is your night.
Yeah.
Everything you've ever worked for and sacrificed comes to a head tomorrow night.
See, you say you're not trying to hype them up. You're hyping me up from that. I'm like, everything I've worked for, tomorrow night, here we go.
Come on this way. So this is what you would consider back of the house.
Yeah.
So all these guys will park back here and they'll all enter through here. So when you see the fighter walks, when the fighters are coming in and we show their arrivals,
right here,
this is the arrival
Got
right
it.
here.
Yeah. Is this the 25th anniversary canvas, Denver?
Yes, that's right.
What a card that was. Yair and Zombie in the main event, one of the craziest knockouts of all time.
Right.
The reverse elbow.
Yep.
Very cool.
And then this over here is an extension of the PI. When we have, the PI is cranking over there, or you have two different fighters that are like, Stipe wants to be you can send Cormier over here or vice versa.
Yeah. Cheeto and Sugar probably should be separated.
Yep.
Fighters like that.
They all have a place to train.
This is maybe a weird question, but you've got kids like my age. Do they think what you do is super cool, or are you just like dad to them?
My older son's into football, so football is like his thing.
But he's got to think it's cool that you've got like Tom Brady on speed dial, right?
Yeah.
Like the celebrity friends, they got to think that's cool.
Winovich, he talks to Winovich every day.
Winovich is a big Barstool guy.
Those guys go back and forth every day. They've actually become real. So Winovich and Dana met at a fight, and they've become really good friends since then.
Yeah, he's tweeted me a ton, Winovich, because I know he's a fight fan from all that stuff.
He's a great dude.
Yeah. Before we get out of here, I got a present for you. I thought, what can you get a man that has everything? So I went personal with it. And we just got a nice little frame of us together.
How fucking cool is that?
Something new for the office?
Yeah.
Incredible. This is crazy. All right, that was the UFC Apex. I mean, what better spot to wrap it up than in the octagon itself? Octagon Bob, for real, this is legit. Thank you to the UFC, thank you to Dana White, as always. Tomorrow night is gonna be one hell of a night, a historic night, where I will be one of 4 media members in the building. I'm gonna hopefully show you guys what it was like.
Hey, Robbie, lay out at the wind in the pool. Get some fucking sun.
Dude, I can't do it. I'm gonna get burnt. I'll look pink like you.